Good afternoon and welcome to the Senior Hour, which is sponsored by Comfort Keepers in Home Care and Providence Holy Cross Medical Center. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host,
Dr. Jean Dorio.
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. This is a show for, about, and by seniors, giving information to enhance one's quality of life. And our first guest this morning, this afternoon. I keep saying morning. It's down here, that's why. Naomi Young, who is an artist with the Santa Clarita Artists Association.
Correct. I am the president of the Artists Association in Santa Clarita.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
So what does that mean? I mean, we know, I think Barbara and I both know what your role has been, but let's explain to the listeners what your duties are.
So Santa Clarita Artists Association is a nonprofit organization. For 35 years, we've been providing scholarships for students from high school, young budding artists. We are going to present their art in at the end of this month on the 27th and 8th of this month. We're having our biggest art competition of the year. It will be at the center, and we have about 180 members in our association.
And they're all going to be presenting a painting?
A lot of them are going to present a painting. We have about at least 100 pieces of art that are juried. We have 2 judges jurying the art, and we'll be giving awards, ribbons, and pins to first place, second place, and third place. This year, we're also giving cash prizes.
Wow.
Oh, that's nice.
So how long have you been doing that? How long has your association?
I have been with the association for at least 20 years.
How about this competition? How
This
long?
competition is 35 years.
Yes, it's
Yes.
been a long time.
Yes.
So how many of the individuals who have won this event and even participated have gone on to be illustrators at Cal Arts or Disney? Or I mean, there are a lot of talented people here in Santa Clarita who have moved up the ladder to across the country or around the world who have created art.
Yes.
And so are there well-known people that you're still seeing coming out of this community?
I'm not sure how many of them continue to become professionals, but I know that it's a wonderful place to begin. And when we have at our gallery right here on 6th and Main, we have art at all levels. We have different styles and different levels of art. Some of them are selling for thousands of dollars, some of them for $200. And we love all kinds of art and artists.
Is there any specific type of art that people, the artists, kind of lead to? I mean, anime or is it classical? What kind of art do you think these kids and young adults are kind of driving toward?
The young adults, they like the anime, yes, and this is the new style. But the majority of the art you see in our gallery is conventional art with acrylics, watercolors, and oil, and some sculptures. And so that's the traditional mediums.
Do you have a specific area that you want them to paint in, or is it homes, cars, landscape, people?
Wherever they feel comfortable.
Oh, so it's everything.
It's everything, yes.
Wow. So these awards, how many, is there an age beginning time, or do you have like 4-year-olds who are pretty artistic coming from Santa Clarita?
Right. Well, we did allow last year a 10 years old to show at our gallery. It's not common because we need to sit in a gallery and man it and sell.
Oh, yeah.
And so they had to sit with an adult, with a parent, obviously. We couldn't say no to them because when they applied for the gallery, we didn't know the age. Later, we found out that it was a child. And so we didn't want to crush the spirit, and we said, sure, we'll accept it. But normally it's from 16 years old and up, where they can sit and sell and drive and be responsible.
Well, just for some of the
And-
parents out there,
Yes.
what if someone were to say, my 8-year-old can draw, and would you allow them to be in this competition?
It will not be a part of our competition, but definitely we have next door to us, Art Tree is
Yes.
teaching
been there for a
children,
long
and so
time.
we encourage them to work with them. And I know that the way I became an artist was through my son. When he was 9 years old, I registered him to an art class, and I told the teacher, someday when I'm old and retired, I will take some classes with you. And then I said, no, I'm not waiting.
Do it
Here's
now.
my check. Do it now.
Do it now.
And so I only
Absolutely.
discovered art in my life about a little bit more than 20 years ago.
Ah, so you
And-
weren't 8 years old when this all started
For
in
my
your
son.
life.
Your
My
son
son
was 8
was.
years old.
Your
Yes.
son was, but you
Right.
weren't.
Not at all. As a child, I was not at all exposed to any art. I grew up in
Oh.
Jerusalem, in Israel, and times were tough.
Yeah.
And so it was considered luxury to have art supplies. And so I didn't even have a crayon to my name. And only later in life, because of my son, I started taking the art classes with them in class with all the 9 years old kids. And I haven't stopped since. I've
Well,
been
now,
painting
with-
every day.
With your son, did he start drawing pictures for you, or how
I
did
didn't
you
know
get
that
him?
he was talented either until I put him in that class. And
Oh,
he was
you put him in
amazing.
there before you knew he could.
I
draw.
didn't know. I just wanted to see if he can enjoy some art.
Oh,
And then
okay.
the talent that I discovered with him was amazing. He did the American Eagle with the flag on it, and it was such a great painting that made him soar because we gave it to the mayor and to the president and to the governor, and they started at his school the Patriotic American Award because of him.
Oh, my
And
goodness.
every year they started with that because of his painting. So
So how old is your son now?
he is now 32.
32.
And
Is he
he's-
still painting?
Well, he's one of those. He's a Renaissance man. He's one of those that he likes to touch everything, excel at it, and move on to the next thing.
Must
Good
be
for him.
left-handed. Right, Barb?
Yes.
Left-handed.
Left-handed.
He's right-handed and with the right side of the brain, very artistic, and as all my other sons are, all in the arts. And
All
so
of your other sons? How many sons do you
I
have?
have 4 sons, and they're all in the movie industries. They're
Oh,
all
my goodness.
editing, making
Artists.
movies, and artists. And yes,
So it runs in the family.
it runs in the family. They
Yes.
must have gotten it for me, but I didn't know that I had it.
But your artwork is exquisite because I think we've all been exposed to it. Maybe not knowing so, but it's been great. Just seeing your artwork. I saw it when you were at the senior center here on over in Hart Park, near Hart Park. But it's continued. But you also do writing, don't you?
I do. I write for the Santa Clarita magazine for 7 years now. I have once a month a column that I write, and it's motivational, inspirational for people who are starting with whatever they want to pursue, and it's always with my art in there. And so, yes, I do about 12, 13 different mediums that I do with my art. I just showed right here last year at the Maine, and it was with 10 mediums of acrylic, pastel, oil, watercolor. I can't decide which one is my my
forte.
favorite. So I love to try it all.
So do you also, you're head of the organization, but do you teach art as well? Do you, with kids or adults or older adults?
No, I do not teach, but I continue to take classes myself. As a part of our organization, we have workshops. So this Friday and Saturday, we have 2-day workshop at the Stevenson's Ranch Library, and this is provided for our members for free. And it's going to be for 2 full days, lunch included.
Wow.
And we also once a month have an artist demonstration of whatever medium they use in acrylic or in watercolor from 6:30 to 8:30. We show how they start a piece, and then at the end of it, we raffle it.
Oh, how neat is that?
And it's open to the public every month.
Cool.
And so it's wonderful that we give a lot of chances for art in our city. Actually, next month, we are excited to announce that we have right here on Main Street will be our first festival, Fine Art Festival on Main. We're going to be closing Main Street for 2 days, and
Oh,
we
my
will have
goodness.
vendors and chalk artists, and we have 9 of them that over 2 days.
Did you say chalk?
Chalk artists,
Chalk
yes.
on
the street.
sidewalk.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
And we're bringing it back. The last time we did it was when I was in it 7 years ago. So we're
I
bringing it
remember
back.
that.
Yes.
I remember that. Oh, yes.
People really liked it, so
Oh,
we're
yes.
bringing it back.
So the members of your family, your children, your husband.
One of us is ringing here. There you go. Good job. Now it's on silence, as we are too.
Yeah,
I'm so sorry.
it
So
scared
you
me.
were
I
asking
made
about
me jump.
family.
Yes,
Yeah.
the members of your family, your sons and your husband. Does he do art also?
He's very good with his hands. He does remodeling, so he does built-ins and
Oh, okay. So he's in
cabinets.
the construction business.
construction business, but he doesn't see himself as an artist. But he does fabulous job with his hands, but not really an artist. No.
But you're expecting your first grandchild, and so, and look
Yes.
at that smile.
Yes, of course.
But it comes to there are undiscovered talents. I think in everybody. Everybody has a talent. We
Yes.
just can't always find it. But
That's very true.
it seems that your son found it, and then you found it.
Yes, you have to give it a try, and you never know when you discover it. And once you do, the passion for it, you gotta nurture it. You gotta take classes. You gotta keep doing it until you get better, and it's very rewarding.
Yeah, practice makes perfect, and
Correct.
guidance really helps.
Correct.
So many of us in Santa Clarita have achieved because of the people around us in our community. And without that, we would have been something different. But that little bit of talent that we have in our brain and in our genes has come through, and you have allowed that to happen in others, which is a tremendous asset
Yes.
for not only our community but for your family.
Right. I'm also a teacher for 43 years.
Oh,
So when you
congratulations.
see a child discovering, you see through their eyes when they discover something new. It's a very beautiful moment.
But you
So-
must see
so-
that a lot with your son, who does something and then moves on, and does
That's-
something that
yes.
moves on. He gets good at something, and then
Yes,
he
yes.
gets good at something else.
So he likes
Jack
that.
of all trades.
Yes. So he likes that excitement every time.
That's
kind.
great.
That's how he works. But they're all very different.
Now he's
you
not
know.
the one who's pregnant, is it?
No,
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 no, he's
he's
a
not.
younger-
Neither is my other son. None of them is pregnant.
I like to
That
say
would be a miracle.
that like to make it seem,
Yes.
with the family and the
It's
father.
a different son that is expecting a
Yeah,
child.
yes, yes.
Yes. That one is a musician. So
There's another talent.
correct.
So your family is truly talented, but not known to you and to your parents but yet now known for the rest of the generations
Yes,
to come.
yes.
Pretty cool.
It is very cool.
How fun.
Yes, I took a painting class at Hart High School many, many, many years ago. It must have been in the early 70s. And it's hanging on my wall.
Mm-hmm.
It's a table. I think you've seen it, Jean, with a wine container and a bottle of wine and a glass. And I'm very proud of it. I did it, and it's on my wall.
But it will be nice if you go back to trying it again.
Well, yeah, I got into making candles, and
That's another form of
that.
art.
Oh, I did that for many years, and I loved it. I would stand in my kitchen, literally stand for 2 weeks at a time, with big pots of wax, and then scents and containers and filling them all over the place.
Yes.
And I still have a lot left I never sold them. I just always gave them away. I'd make up candle baskets with
Yes.
a bottle of wine and a glass and about 6 or 8 different containers of candle.
Right. It's a beautiful gift that keeps on giving.
Oh, yes,
So you
it
do
does.
it because it's very rewarding. It's a joy of creation. And as I tell in my art, in my writings, I tell people it really doesn't take a lot of time. You just set aside 15 minutes a day, and it doesn't take a lot of room. It can be something on your small kitchen table.
Oh, yes.
And I have a studio, but of course I work in every other room in the house as well. It's on my dining room table sometimes it's on my kitchen table. And it doesn't matter, it's all a part of the process. Just do it.
Yes, just do it.
And how do you motivate people, kids especially, to take something up and keep trying with it? And like your son, he tried and gets good at one thing and moves on to another thing. But how do you, some kids will try something one time, twice maybe, and that's it. How do we keep motivating the people around us, our children, to keep trying?
We need to let them know that it doesn't need to be perfect. The fear of adults and children is being critiqued and feeling that they're not up to it and maybe they not good enough, but nobody is good enough from
Good
the
point.
beginning. If you saw my first paintings, they are not as good as my latest ones. And so I've been known to take some old paintings that I have on the walls, and I take them and say, oh, I can do a tree
You
better
can-
now.
yeah,
So I fix
You
it
can
and fix
add
it
to
and
it.
fix it.
Yeah.
I always fix it because I know that there is more to lights and shadows and all that. But all that comes over the years with practice.
Well, to be honest with you, my first painting was my last painting because I really couldn't move forward. But I did other things, played the violin and played baseball and things like that, which to me allowed me to grow. And I think that's important that we take things up as a challenge and we keep
Exactly.
trying. But the people around us have to support that. And when you have chaos or conflict and you came from Jerusalem and there wasn't a place there that you can hold on to, now you do. And you recognize through that your family had some meaningful talent.
Yes.
How exciting is that for you?
It is. I'm very lucky to discover it and be representing an organization that does so much for the city. And New Hall is becoming a great hub for the artists in our city. So very proud of that.
Yeah, our city has done excellent
Yes.
in terms of the motivation, keeping culturally everything going, and, I don't think anymore. We used to be surprised, but not anymore, Naomi. And one of the reasons is you, Naomi Young, who has really helped this community grow. You've been a great part of it, and we appreciate that.
Thank
yes,
you very
and
much.
the fact that Main Street is open, that's the nice part about it.
Yes.
Not many cities offer a complete street to art or things like that.
Yeah.
We're very lucky. We have great support from our city
Oh, yes. And that's so
officials
important.
as well.
It's so important.
Great, Naomi. Thank you for being on the show today.
Thank
You
you
are
very
an
much.
You are an inspiration.
Yes.
Thank you very
Truly.
much. I
Yes,
appreciate
yes.
it.
I'm Dr. Gene Dorio with my co-host Barbara Cochran on your hometown station, 1220 AM and 98.1 FM KHTS.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host
Dr. Gene Dorio.
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And our guest now is Bradley Grose from the Santa Clarita Grocery. Welcome, sir. It's good to see you again.
Welcome
It's
back.
wonderful to be back.
Yes,
On
yes,
this
yes.
hot end of summer day. It's only close to 100 today.
Oh, really?
So that,
And
Yeah.
it's supposed to rain tomorrow. Is that
yeah,
unique?
That's
yeah, it's supposed to. Yeah, that's California.
Well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
Yeah, it's a storm
We'll see it
coming
when
up.
it comes.
Storm coming up from Mexico called Mario, and there's another one right next to it, and you know what that's called? Mario's brother.
So that's Mario Brothers, right? Very clever.
That's pretty bad, huh?
That's a bad
I
dad
highly
joke.
doubt
One of the
it
kids
will
told me
rain
that.
here. I would be so surprised. Anytime they've ever said, rain tomorrow. When's tomorrow? 10 weeks from now?
Right.
Yeah, but Barb, you know something though? One of the great things about, coincidence is over the weekend, and I have trouble with little type things. I can fix most anything,
Right.
but putting windshield wipers on is
Right.
not easy. So
No.
over the weekend, I got windshield wipers and I was stuck for like 3 days. I put it on, and then they said, when Thursday is rain. I said, what great timing, how happy I am that I made that decision to struggle with it.
Right, and they didn't fly off when you tested them.
Not yet,
Okay.
but Thursday, tomorrow might be a day.
That's generally what happens.
Accident
to me.
caused by
It's like, I
flying
did it.
windshield wipers.
And then you turn it on, and one goes on the side of the road, and you get road rage very quickly.
So we were going to talk, Bradley, today about a unique program that you have, that you're initiating, that to me sounds so important
Right.
for who you're serving
Right.
and this community as well. Let's get right into that.
Okay.
And help us understand, where this is coming from and what we're doing.
Okay. It goes back to our very beginnings 7 years ago that we really wanted to innovate in the space of food insecurity. It's generally marketed worldwide as bloated children with flies on their eyes, which is so offensive to me because
I agree.
that is guilt marketing. And that's trying to get people to say, hey, these kids are in a horrible estate. Food insecurity is a challenging estate, right? But for us, we thought, what cool, fun things can we do in that space to make it, to revive it, give it CPR, and make it a fun place to serve? Because we have about 50 high school students getting their community service hours at Santa Clarita Grocery, and we're mentoring them. And they love it, but it's only because it's a fun place to serve.
Yeah.
So getting to this, I would call it innovation, and that's something, the key word that we've always been. It's the last thing you look at is what are we innovating within this space? And years back there was an act called the American. What is it?
Disability Act. Yeah.
The ADA, American
ADA,
Disability
yeah.
Act.
Americans with Disability
Right,
Act.
and what that did was it was a benchmark civil rights act that really was pointed at young people, older people, people with disabilities, right? And we wouldn't know it, but there's a lot of high school students in Santa Clarita Valley that are benefiting from this. And so what happens to a high school student with disabilities when they're allowed to go through high school up to the age of 22, they don't have to graduate at 18, because if they need to further their understanding and education at the high school level. But at age 22, they are cut off from resources. So what happens in between that gap is something that we've been really interested in, and that is realizing that what could we do to train them to work in grocery stores. And so we're in the process. We're going to launch a pilot program in 2 weeks. It begins with just a handful of students, and we're going to study this and see how it goes, and then launch the program that will be dovetailed with our major food retailers, so that there would be a pool of students graduating,
Wow.
phasing out of resources into an actual career job that we can prepare them for and get them certified.
Well, now, have you talked to the major food places out here?
Not yet, but because we work with them and on a daily basis, and I see a lot of the special needs individuals working at the food retailers, and I always make it a point to go talk to them. Hey, buddy, how you doing today? And and so I know I've done a lot of research on this, so it's premature. After our pilot, that's when we're going to see how the school system could be impacted with this, and then we build our program, and then we launch an official program. But a pilot program, the great thing about it, it's you can't go wrong with it. It's not a bunch of rules. It's really an exploration. And sometimes when you approach something as an exploration, you come across things you could only wish you were that smart, because they present themselves only because you chose to look at this thing and let's study it, right?
Well, we have a lot of food stores out here.
Right, right.
We really do.
Right.
All kinds.
Right,
You
right.
know, I mean, you've got Trader Joe's, you've got Ralph's,
Sprouts,
Sprouts.
Walmart's,
Yes,
Albertsons. And we
yeah,
pick up from
they're all
Costco.
different kinds.
Right, right.
And if you had a young man or a young woman to work maybe 4 hours a day
Right,
at one of these places, or several places, or maybe 4 hours 3 times a week or
right.
something,
Right.
that will give them an opportunity to see what's out there
Right.
and speak with people.
Right. And it
And
actually,
intermingle.
it fills that gap of what are they going to do when the resources run out, right?
Yeah.
And
Or what are
so-
they going to do when they grow up,
Right,
which
Well,
is
when
very
they hit
important.
that 18 years old,
right,
they're seeing going off a cliff,
right.
unfortunately.
Right.
And this provides opportunity. Instead of opportunity knocks, it's opportunity rocks. It's
I love that. Where opportunity rocks.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I think we can, bear on that to help people who not just deserve it, but are capable
Right,
of fulfilling a need, but be feeling worthy of themselves.
right, right. And
Yeah, well, young people can stock the shelves.
right,
They can take things and put them away. They can help people go out with their food and help them put it in the car. They can
Right.
do all kinds of things.
That's
There's
right.
so many different jobs
Right.
at the grocery stores.
right. And we have some special needs teenagers that come with their parents to get groceries, and they are some of the most special individuals. But what's interesting is you don't realize how hard it is for parents to have to be the caregiver for their
Yes.
child
Yes.
all constantly, 24/7. It never
Yes.
goes away. So the beauty in this is that the kids can grow up within a program. And again, this is all 33,000 feet because we only are starting the program in 2 weeks. But it's going to be a blessing for their parents. And it's going to be a huge blessing for the kids to have that first job sensibility.
And it's
that-
going to be a blessing for you
Right.
to help these kids
It
get
sure
that.
is. It
But
sure
it
I
gives
mean,
them a
that's-
future.
It does.
That's the
And
thing,
hope.
that's nurturing their future right now.
Right, right. And this could never happen if we didn't have the quality of volunteers that are completely devoted to this food program, right? And so with that base, it's like, okay, we're on year number 7, and it's time to spread our wings a little
Let's
bit.
do it to it.
And let's continue to
Congratulations.
grow this. But it's called
Yes.
innovation, and that's the beauty of innovation. You can think of things you would never normally
Do
think
you
of.
have a name for the program? Have you, we said Opportunity Rocks, but, I mean, there something more specific we might come up with. And I think you probably, a listener out there might be helping and can call in something perspective idea.
Right.
But the concept is tremendous.
Right.
I
Oh,
think.
thanks for affirming that. The two ideas that are working titles today are ThriveWorks. It'd be the ThriveWorks program, or Seeds for Success.
That I like
that's
that one.
good.
Because
Seeds
it
for
has to do with growing
success.
produce and what. But there was 20 different names that we came up with, but I only
This
put these.
this one, Seeds for
Right, Seeds
Success.
for
You plant a
Success.
seed
Right.
and watch
and
it grow.
That's
Right,
great.
right.
That's in my
Right.
opinion the perfect one.
So being that nobody's heard this yet, and it starts in 2 weeks, I think it would be cool if we could track this with you.
Sure.
And once a month, we just show what this Seed for Success grew from planting a seed and brainstorming to where this thing
Oh
goes.
yes.
That's if
Yes.
it takes
That's,
off.
Oh, it will take off. It will
Right.
take off. Seeds
Right.
for Success. That's
Seeds for
perfect
Success.
title.
Right,
Perfect.
right.
Perfect.
Another one
Because
we
you
had
think
was
it's-
growing blocks,
Growing
like stepping stones, growing blocks.
Well,
but there was
stepping stones sounds better than growing blocks.
right.
But Seeds for Success.
Seeds for Success.
That's the one
it
that
hits it on
that
the
hit, that hit me.
right.
And
Because
speaking
you
of
think-
seeds, when you start from grassroots, literally,
Right.
we have a community garden, I know, at Central Park.
Yes.
There's so many of our seniors who are disabled as well.
Right.
But to actively be involved in planting those seeds
Right.
in a garden and see what evolves from that. Most of us have had Ralph's and Vaughn's and other grocery stores, but
Right.
we don't, we're not the ones who are doing that. We're
Right.
not the ones reaping the crops and preparing the meats and things like that. And
Right.
this is just a great opportunity beyond the seeds,
Right.
which would be helpful to our seniors as well.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a great thought. So
Seeds.
that's what we're working fast and furious on for the next 2 weeks, and then launching it and
Seeds
figuring
for
it out.
Success. I love it. I love it.
And then there's a cost attributed to that if anybody wanted to help out that way for the pilot program, and then the future program if that turns out the way we're hoping it will.
I wonder if there are some grants from the government through ADA
Right.
that
Or
might
even
be there
from
as
the
well.
city.
Right.
And from the city, I'm sure.
Yeah, post pilot program, that's where we're gonna then
Yeah.
put everything on the table and
Literally.
brainstorm it,
Yeah.
and then see what we want to chase to make this a rock solid program for these young kids.
And
with
you've got the high
disabilities.
schools, the junior highs, the elementary schools.
Right,
And there
right.
are so many young people who are disabled,
Right,
maybe not physically, but mentally.
right.
And mentally disabled kids learn quickly. I know, I have a neighbor.
And some are genius.
Oh,
Genius level.
Absolutely.
and they learn very
But-
quickly.
right,
Even
right.
though it's very limited, they still learn and they can still produce.
Right.
And that's what's so important.
And maybe we could do some legislation with that 18-year-old fall off the cliff
right. The
situation.
18 to 22 year gap.
Yeah,
Right.
because that seems like, it's a wall there,
Right.
especially for the parents, but
Right.
for the individual as well, when they understand what they're up against. I mean,
Right.
it makes it more difficult. It's the stress of the moment.
That's
you
right.
know? So
That's right.
I just don't, I think we should, in many respects, throw in all the ideas
Right.
on the table
Right.
to assure that it succeeds.
Right, right. So after this is up, we're doing it for a month, and then maybe we can, after our brainstorm session, we can come back and have some exciting news of what our first steps will be.
Well, when we come back, let's talk about Santa Clarita groceries and just real briefly go over, because we've done it before, but let's
Right.
go over it and try to, you know, let our listeners know who may be listening for the first time
Right.
what we're talking about, thinking, hey, that's a great idea, but who is this group? Who are
Right.
the folks? Who's Bradley? And, you know, what is, you know, he offering here, and, you know, making me think a little bit more. And I
Right.
hope that's what we are doing in this segment, you know, Bradley, because every time you come to our show, you inspire. And I think that's important that, you know, people recognize that
Right.
in our community. So,
Well, just even
thank you.
going to the place, I mean,
Yeah.
it's unbelievably big.
yeah.
I've been there. Incredible.
So
and
when we come back,
people need
let's-
to see that.
Yeah, let's
Okay.
talk about that. I'm Dr. Gene Dorio with my co-host, Barbara Cochran, on your hometown station, 1220 AM and 98.1 FM, KHTS.
Welcome back to the Senior Hour. I'm Barbara Cochran with my co-host
Dr. Gene Dorio.
on your hometown station, 98.1 FM, AM 1220 KHTS. And our guest now is Bradley Grose of Santa Clarita Grocery. Now, how did you come up with the idea to start Santa Clarita Grocery?
Well, there was a group of us that were at various, some were volunteers, some were on the advisory committee of a previous food pantry that ended up shutting down.
Yeah, I remember
And
that.
because of that, we thought we cannot just drop the ball on this is people's lifeline of survival. And so the $1 million question was asked, should we continue this on and find a place and continue being that resource for people suffering with food insecurity? And all 8 of the people said, I'm in. And then we found a warehouse that our goal was to have it central Santa Clarita, because that's where you're going to be able to serve the best for people coming
Right.
from north, south, east, or west.
Yes.
And so we found a place, and to be fiscally wise, we teamed up with another charity called A Light of Hope, and we share the warehouse together, and we structured our days together where when we're not there, they're there, and when they're not there, we're there. And so it has worked out perfectly, because had we not shared that warehouse space, I don't believe we could have done what we set out to do. So that was 7 years ago, November 3rd. And
7 years.
This November 3rd will be starting our 8th year, and we have 150-ish regular volunteers that get scheduled in. We have 12 teams weekly that need to be scheduled with volunteers. And then we're serving about 4,800 to 5,000 meals weekly from
Incredible.
that
Wow.
warehouse. And so last year we served 540,962 meals. And this year we are going to exceed 700,000 meals.
Wow.
And so it shows you that the economy has been rough, and,
Oh, yes.
and people are in need. So, but you know what? It's the volunteers. They see the vision, and they're there. And then the beautiful thing is we're mentoring high school students for their community service program, and they get to lead the Saturday distribution as students. And all the adults go to them for questions. They do the huddle. They give out all the orders, and it's a beautiful thing to watch somebody go from zero to hero,
Yes,
because they've never been given that opportunity to lead.
And
right.
think of the people that they are helping
Right.
through you.
Right, right. And our guest last time, Victoria, she was firsthand.
Yes,
Yes,
I
yes.
remember her
You
sitting
know,
next
she
to you.
came there. She's all alone, and has health challenges that were served up to her, and she showed up. Not only did she get food, she got a community, and there's a lot of people that know her by name. They love on her. She goes away with a smile on her face and a joyful countenance.
Yeah, she was delightful.
Right,
Oh, yeah, she
right.
came here last month with
Right,
you.
that's right.
Yes, I
that's
remember
right.
her.
So they're getting more than groceries. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
Right, right.
So it's Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. Monday and Wednesday's 5 to 7 p.m.
That is
Is that
correct.
correct? And then Saturday, it's 9 to 11.
That is
Is that
correct.
correct? So in terms of location,
Right.
how do people find you?
So you can Google it. It's on any search engine. It's Santa Clarita Grocery, and we are at 21176 Center Point Parkway, but it's spelled the British way. That's for
P-O-I-N-T-E.
Miss Cochran here.
Centre.
Pointe. Center Point, Center is Centre, Point Parkway. And it's right by the Bowman High School and the old Harley place, behind Walmart, Carl Boyer, right up on the apex of that little hill you go up.
Yeah.
But I would just encourage seniors, you're on fixed income.
Yep.
When you have a challenge come up where you need to fix your car and you don't have enough money at the end of your month, come and you'll get your groceries to get you through the month. And please come. It's not better for someone else, it's best for you.
Absolutely.
And if you have any
Absolutely.
questions,
Call.
call 661
Yes.
425
7575. Yeah.
That's
that
an easy
memorized.
number.
Easy number.
Yeah.
It's great what you're doing, and with the ADA,
Right.
that we're trying to figure out a name for. That's great that you're doing that also. Bradley, Grose, please keep up what you're doing.
Seeds for success.
Yep.
Seeds for success.
Seeds for Success. That's great. We are sponsored by Comfort Keepers In-Home Care and Providence Holy Cross Medical Center. Listen to us next week on the Senior Hour. Now go and enhance your quality of life.